Welcome to New Orleans and your... And the Jaguars ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Green Wave offense takes the field, and they'll have the first possession of the game. And here comes the sophomore running back. He is a steady, reliable, consistent force in this attack.
Well, he's a very special talent at running back, and in the future, it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around. Obviously, it's a long season, a long way to go. He's got a lot of ability. He's got speed. He can break tackles. He can catch the football. No question this year, this guy is going to be the whole key to the offense.
He is, and I tell you what, to watch in this matchup where they're kind of outmatched at most positions, how can he still make an impact on this game? Making guys miss, like doing it by himself, or can his offensive line pave the way a little bit and maybe be neutral to get him some of those matchups? But he is the one guy on this offense that can make life very, very difficult for you, and the other defense knows that. Really curious to watch how this unfolds.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Caught in the backfield, it's McClure. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Backed up now, here's second and long. Gives it on the option. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Third and short now from their own 48. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Wants to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Quarterback keep. Maybe a crease. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave.
And you knew his legs were a weapon, and he shows it to you right there, running it into the end zone. And this offense, man, they are a good offense, and they are in a good rhythm early in this football game. We talked about the quarterback. We talked about his speed. He can make these type of plays. And on the first drive, Palmer, the defense didn't have any answers. They better find some.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to find them, too, just because of that athleticism and just how he can attack defenses with his arm, with his feet, the different playmakers surrounding him as well. There's a lot to get prepared for in a week when you're playing against this offense, and I just think they saw everything there on that opening drive. They're going to have to do some soul-searching on the sidelines early.
He'll bring it out. It's Jenkins. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. So South Alabama's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Phillips.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
The D thinking brings some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. To the air, it's Davenport. Here comes the heat. And it's a sack. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Just needs a crack to get a return. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got his man. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Off play action. Bring in the heat. He sacked this defense all over him.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The green wave in a world of hurt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires quickly. Hard running there. He stopped at the 32-yard line, not enough for the first down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll take it on the return. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Rides to back and leaves it. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Jaguars come to the line with a new set of downs. Dropping back, it's Davenport. Plucks it out of the air. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Jaguars go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Makes the grab on the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. A designed run for the quarterback. Picks up the first down. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Guys, the quarter comes to a close, and Tulane has the lead here. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Now the play fake. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Right down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Paul, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone defense.
Neutral zone infraction will push the ball up 5 yards. After that encroachment penalty, it's now 1st and 5. The run inside. It's McClure. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. Tulane to the line, facing 2nd and short. They'll go right back to him. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for room. It's McClure. Makes it past the marker. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Tulane looking to put one on the board from the red zone. On the move. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Oh, they're after him. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Still 3rd down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Dumps it to the back. They're working that left side. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Tulane looking for the 4th down conversion here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Touchdown, Green Wave! Puts 6 on the board.
Nice drive, nice touchdown. I love this offense's response to what happened a week ago. Listen, we're 0-1, so be it. Let's put the foot on the gas. Let's move forward, get better, and they have in game 2 so far.
Unit on the field. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And the Jaguars are in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Davenport. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking for space. It's Phillips. Picked up 4 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback adapted. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. The Jaguars have their offense in high gear.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on 3rd down.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly on the move. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Punt is in the air. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's got it on the right. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The option, the keeper. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Reads it, fires complete. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They boot it away. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Running inside, it's Phillips. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up 1 on the play. Looking downfield, it's Davenport. Throws for the tight end. Can't make the grab, in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time. They boot it away on 4th down. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Motion from the wide receiver. On the ground, it's McClure. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. Before they snap the ball on 2nd down, timeout is called. The play action fake. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. The give. They make the play, force a 4th down, but they're out of timeouts, can't stop the clock. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Fellas, welcome into our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 7 team, the Texas Longhorns. And it's the Buckeyes with the lead right now in the first half in a battle of 1-0 teams. And as we check in on these notable matchups this week, we're reminded of just how meaningful every week in college football truly is. Now over to your game inside Yulman Stadium. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, 3rd down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Yulman Stadium.
About to start here in the second half, Tulane will kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. South Alabama appears ready to start things on offense. They'll start this 3rd quarter with a run. It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, that is not the start you wanted here in the second half on offense. You're already way down on the scoreboard. You need some good things to happen. And right out of the gate in the 3rd quarter, you put it on the ground, and the defense hops on it. That is just a poor job of ball security, and that is not a great job coming out, playing with fire and playing with energy.
This offense has it with really good field position. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's McClure. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. Tulane looking to put one on the board from the red zone. Caught behind the line. It's Lewis. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. They'll send the tight end in motion. On the ground with the counter. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Looking to throw for it. Makes a grab. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. Tulane with an opportunity on 1st and goal. A run for the quarterback. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And you got to have that clock in your head, man. You get inside the 5-yard line, you better get rid of the ball. You better see it and throw it. He does a bad job holding on to the football. The defense makes the sack and puts him in 3rd and long.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Gets it out fast, and the defense wrestles him to the ground. Here comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Splits the uprights right down the middle, and they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Marion. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to start this drive. The run inside. It's Phillips. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Off the play fake. Rushes on him. He'll get rid of it. Pulls it in with one hand. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Big play on the catch. It'll be enough to move the chains, but there is a man still down on the field. The Jaguars will line it up on 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Woods. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Running inside, it's Phillips. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. And the Jaguars will line up to punt it away. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. The Green Wave offense makes its way onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. The Green Wave lining up, facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Works the middle. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Not a lot of room to make this catch. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. They'll move the wide receiver. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to throw, it's Davenport. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26. Though there are some notable exceptions, typically great pass rushers aren't nose tackles, but that was a great pass rush.
They're not nose tackles usually, those great pass rushers, but they are grown men. I mean, those are some adults in there. Those are the 300-plus pounders that will just destroy you in the run game. But nice job using his hands, using some power to shrink that pocket and get the sack.
Snagged out of the air. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Jaguars line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. No fair catches here, looking for room. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Makes it past the marker. Nice pickup there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Lewis. An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion, now 2nd and 2. Keeps it on the option. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. When you play receiver for this guy, you better be ready to catch the football. He's spread it all over the place through the first 3 periods. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Motion from the wideout. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. He's got the tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Quarterback on the keeper. Touchdown, Tulane! And the punishment has been extended.
And with that drive, you start to get excited. You start to think about the bounce back from a week ago. Went on the road, tough loss, you get to come back home. And this team has really been a different team today. Nice performance after a heartbreaking loss last week.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. Looking to throw, it's Davenport. The screen, and watch out. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Phillips. Got a little grass. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Looking for space. It's Phillips. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Phillips. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll try the right side. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. The RPO, it's complete. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. The Jaguars, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. To the air on first down. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call. You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. Dropping back, it's Davenport. The sweet feet buy a little time. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. Grabbed behind the line. It's Woods. There he goes. And he's wrestled to the ground. Do they have another 3rd down conversion in the bag? Already 2 for 2 on this drive. It's 3rd and 2. And he's not going to get the first down. Good stop there. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Jaguars pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. A little release to the back. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give on the option. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Trainer's out having a look at this junior defensive back. Holly Rowe will update us on his condition. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Lets it fly. Touchdown, South Alabama. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And this offense finally gets something together and gets on the scoreboard. It's not over yet, but this is a good sign, man. They got the positive momentum. See if they can build on this, even though we're in the 4th quarter.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. Try to barge their way in. He gets in there for the 2-point conversion, and now we have a 2-possession game. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Tight end now in motion. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. On the move. Slides, avoids the punishment, and picks up the 1st down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. The run inside. It's McClure. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Makes one man miss. Could be an alley. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Into the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Trying to power it in. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. The defense trying to make a stand on 3rd and goal. Firing to the right, complete. Could not make his way to the corner. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. Right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Davenport. Got his man on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes
he's got it at the 30. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Jaguars!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Lining up to add another. And it's perfect. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick.
Well, they got their hands team out there for a reason, and that's why in these situations you put receivers, tight ends, and dudes that can hold on to the football, knowing that, hey, all we got to do is recover this onside kick, and David, we win the game.
And man, this is such a low percentage play, right? Like, it's so hard to kick an onside and actually have it bounce correctly and go right. You're right, they put the right players on the field. They didn't get the good bounce, and this one's over.